Welcome to this session. In this session, we are going to discuss two problems on integration of trigonometric functions. So the first problem is to integrate sine cubed of x with respect to x. And the next problem is to integrate sine power 4 of x cos raised power 5 of x. Now, one key thing that you can observe on these two integrals is that, like for this first case here, this power of sine is odd, and also on this one here, power of cosine is odd. So what we do, we break these odd powers in terms of an odd power, and then we multiply by an even power, and then we use the identity cos squared x plus sine squared x equals to 1 to rewrite the new integral. So let's demonstrate one by one. So A is to integrate sine cubed x dx. So what we do, we break this one as integral of sine squared x times sine x dx. There is nothing I've changed, because when you say sine squared times sine, you still get sine power 3. And we know that sine squared x is given by 1 minus cos squared x. So the integral sine cubed x dx will be the integral. Now, where there is this sine squared, I replace by 1 minus cos squared x, and then I multiply by sine x dx. There's nothing I've changed, it's still the same original integral. This cos squared x now the next step, you let u to be cos x, let u to be cos of x. So this means that du is the same as negative sine x dx, which means that dx alone will be the same as negative du over sine x. So we'll write this integral as integral of 1 minus cos squared u, cos squared x will now be u squared, because the value of cos x is u. So minus u squared, and then sine x, and where there's dx, you put negative du over sine x. You see, by doing that, sine x and sine x cancels out. So this and this cancels out. So we have integral 1 minus u squared, and then negative du times negative du. So multiplying by negative, so we'll have this be integral u squared minus 1, and then du. Now this by power rule will be easier to evaluate. So which will be the same as u power 3 over 3 minus u plus c, i.e. the integral of sine cubed x dx will be a third. Now u was cos x, so it will be cos cubed x minus cos x, and then plus c. So that is what we'll get for that particular problem. And then the second part, part B, we were to integrate sine power 4 of x cos power 5 of x dx. Now, you see, this is an odd power. So I can write this same integral as integral of sine power 4x and then cos power 4x times cos of x dx. It's still the same integral. But we know that cos squared x is the same as 1 minus sine squared x. So what we do, we replace, and remember when you say cos power 4 is the same as cos squared. So we can say integral of sine power 4x cos power 5x dx is the same as integral sine power 4x cos squared x cos squared x and then cos x dx. There's nothing I've changed. And where there's cos squared, I replace by 1 minus sine squared. So I'll have integral sine power 4x 1 minus sine squared x 1 minus sine squared x and then cos x dx. Once we have that, you let u to be sine x. So which means that our integral sine power 4x cosine power 5 x dx will be the integral. Now sine power 4x and u is sine x will be u power 4. This will be 1 minus u squared. This will be 1 minus u squared. And then this is cosine of x dx. But this means that du is cosine x dx. So which means where there's cos x dx, I just replace by u. So I just replace by du. So I can just write this one as du. So this is du. I remember what is making me to change from this one. Know that when we have sine power k of x is the same as sine x raised power k. So when you say sine squared x the same as sine x squared, that's why we have sine power 4x is u power 4, sine squared x is u power 2. And this will give us integral u power 4. This will be 1 minus 2u squared plus u power 4 du, which will be integral u power 4 minus 2, 4 plus 2 is 6, plus 4 plus 4 is 8 du. And on using power rule, we get u power 5 over 5 minus 2 over 7 u power 7 plus u power 9 over 9 and then plus c. So therefore, the given integral, sine power 4 x cos power 5 x dx will be 1 over 5. Now u in this question was sine x, so it will be sine power 5x minus 2 over 7 sine power 7 x plus 1 over 9 sine power 9 x plus constant of integration c. That is how we solve those two. problems. Thank you.